Hello everyone, it is a new month. I was going to record this yesterday, but everything got so distracted. Oh, why did I have to stretch at that exact moment? Blazes. I'm not re-recording a second time. I'm just going to get this over with really quickly. We are not doing much for March. No big marathons, no craziness. We are getting back to Where is Everypony, hence the image. A lot of fans have been wondering if the creature is based on that certain monster from SCP. And while, yes, I was inspired by that, I'm gonna not spoil anything. But at the same time, I am kind of spoiling something. The chapter that's gonna come out this month, you're either gonna have a massive idea on what this creature actually is finally, or you're still gonna be in the dark. Because yeah, this chapter and the next chapter. We're in the final season. That's why I wanted to do this reveal suddenly. We're in the final season, but it is clearly not the monster you see on screen. I am inspired by that monster, yes, very much so, but it's not the monster on screen. I cannot remember this blasted monster's number, dang it. Used to be such a big fan of the series. I know the Plague Doctor, that one's a fun guy. I think he's 42. Or 79. I'm probably butchering a lot of them. I'm going to stop myself before my brain hurts too much. But yeah, we're returning to Where is Everypony this month. Brand new chapter. Really big. And as you saw in the previous chapter, Spike has reunited with... Where's that link? Okay. Reunited with Angel Bunny. Angel Bunny is alive, yeah. But that wasn't really a big plot twist if you guys watched the clip that inspired this whole book. Spike is there, and so is Angel Bunny. Everyone else is gone. But those two are there. And I was really hoping for someone to catch it sooner that, yeah, Angel Bunny would play a plot in the story. He's not in it for very long. No, I don't have the creature eat him alive like I did Thunderlight. No. But I don't have much to do with him in this story per se, okay? I just wanted to confirm that, yeah, Angel Bunny's alive. The next chapter will be Dragon Plight, if I've got the title right. I can't remember it. And this is kind of where the story starts going into full acceleration. Okay? Like last season, there'll only be 5 chapters, okay? And once it's done, I do have a sequel plan. But I'm going to have to do a bit more reworking on certain angles, dang it. Because once everything's revealed, I can't go back, okay? Once you realize everything. My idea is 2 possible sequels. One, a prequel following Twilight trying to get answers, okay? 2 is a full-on proper sequel going into the aftermath of everything that happens after the final chapter. I don't think that's really needed because once you get to the final scene, it makes sense why that would be a good ending point. But I could easily continue it. There's nothing wrong with that. Great, I got a message. I just got a message just now, didn't I? Yeah. I'll check that message out later. It's on Good Dog. Is someone actually enjoying Spike is a good dog? I thought everyone hated that. I won't bug you guys with what the message is. I'll read it later. As for anything else I'm doing this month, obviously, we're getting another chapter for Journey to Heartstorming. More chapters for SWWC. I didn't make the mistake that I made during January and December where I kept misposting the final chapter. No, I actually managed to get all the chapters done in that month. That's hilarious because February is such a short month. But yeah. SWWC is getting more chapters. Nothing big is returning this month. I already said that. Because yeah, we had the Rainbow Dash Marathon last month, and people were great on that. Not as hyped as what I did last year. Okay, everyone was very hyped about me doing those marathons last year, and I don't want to say this year was bad, but it was rather slow. I mean, really, let me just go into details about that real quick. Pull up a full list of all of the posts I did for this marathon. Let's see. Yeah. Posts I had for this month were how did you accident? I hate your brother's guts and shower frustration. There was actually going to be a fourth Rainbow Dash story for this month. Actually, five. Okay. I was going to continue that old Rainbow Dash story. Was like Soren had certain taste kind of story. I was going to continue that, but annoyingly, I lost the original chapter. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to get back to that one. And I'm like, I don't remember what the plan was. I mean, I have a vague idea of what the plan was. Is that essentially it'd be one shot after one shot of Rainbow Dash trying to seduce Soren with different styles. Basically paying homage to that one time where she had a bunch of references to her friends with different hairstyles. Okay? And I couldn't remember who was next. I think it was Rarity. I think she was gonna try to dress up as Rarity next or something like that. I wanted really badly to go back to that, but I couldn't find the freaking file. And I'm gonna hate myself for this, but I jumped headfirst into this Rainbow Dash marathon to make it happen because I'm a big fan of Rainbow Dash. Always have been. But I had totally forgot that Rainbow Dash is getting her own side story in SWWC this July. I'm like, I could have saved the marathon for that month. Fucking hell. So yeah, I was very much fighting with myself of not just posting that early during February. I'm like, there's no way I could fit that in February and do the marathon. February is too fucking small. So yeah, we're sort of getting a second marathon in July for Rainbow Dash. Not really a multiple story arc, but it's definitely one of the longer side stories, okay? For SWWC. Okay, I've already explained it to one of my other friends. I explained it to another one in DMs. They like where this is going. Sounds like a really fun idea. I don't think I'll be making it a clop. I don't really want to because doing it for the side stories doesn't seem to work out too well. Because it's clear with you guys, you're fine reading some random smutty filth. But if it's connected to my main universe, you'd rather not touch it with a 10-foot pole for some reason. I don't know why. You guys aren't required to read the main universe if you want to read these one-shots. These one-shots are designed for you to read on your own. You aren't required to read the heavy amount of extra text from Journey of the Heartswarming and SWWC just to enjoy some random shit. The side stories I specifically designed so I could just have something to stand alone. Yes, they are connected, but you aren't required. For instance, this one coming up in July, and also the two that should have came out during winter. I still need to post those two. I totally forgot about that. I might post one during this month. I definitely need to get those two shorter ones out of the way. But yeah, the one coming out in July is explicitly taking place before the events of SWWC's starting point. Okay, for those who don't know, the big thing that starts SWWC is the attack on Canterlot. Much like with the Rarity side story, this one's explicitly taking place long before. Well, not long before, like before or the whole build up to the event. Does that mean this story's going to be a tragedy? Yes and no. I like tragedies. I know people on this site seem to be iffy on that, but I like tragedies. I can't really go too much into it without spoiling it, okay? You'll hear more about that in May, maybe. Also, blazes. How am I going to fit in SLC? Because I've still been trying to get that going. I've got a big plan for how to get SLC finally up and running. But it might require another hiatus on that one. I've got plenty of the main story written down. The parts you guys were already reading. It's establishing the prequel that connects it to SWC and during Heartswarming that's making things a bit of a mess. Because I had this story thought out. I had it thought out as its own piece of SWWC side stories featuring Spike and Gabby, and then I had to change it into a prequel for SLC. Oh, blazes. It's a mess, okay? It was also going to feature Trixie at one moment. I might remove her because she's also going to play a role in the Luna storyline that I'm still working on in the background, which is also a prequel for SWWC. But that one's nowhere near ready, so I'm not rushing for that one to be ready, okay? That one I probably won't start won't start posting until SWWC Classic is finished, okay? Basically, it'll be the next story I'm doing in line after During the Heartswarming and SWWC. If I'm still on the sideband, because those are still some years off from finishing. During the Heartswarming's got some really big moments coming in at the end of this month. Let's see, what chapter is it? I'm trying to remember. Was it this one? No, that should be the one that's already posted. I was about to say, I better not have forgot to post that one, damn. I'm like, I remember posting that one, damn. Yeah, let's see. Blue Bull and Gravy back. We saw what was happening with them. Blah, blah, blah. We saw the first real scene between Cold Blue and Twilight Sparkle. And the mysterious Wendigo watching them. Frost, what are you doing? Yeah. The next chapter coming out for this month will be Fateful Rope and Red Forest. I might change the title on that one. That's a bit of a rough title. But it pretty much states right off what the storyline's going to be in the title. And that basically we see more of what Hollow Prince is doing with the body. We go back to Silver Power and Starlight for most of the chapter, like a good massive chunk of the chapters on that. And then we go back to the battle with Carnival Carnage showing up, and Gravy back and Blue Bowl and all that crazy stuff. A lot going to be happening for that one. As for SWWC, I think we're on the final chapter for this month. I'm not sure. Hold on. Because I've been writing a lot of stuff for next season. I need to refresh my mind, see where we're at. Hold on, let me get those messages off so they're not bugging me the whole friggin' time. Okay. Alright. So, for this month, it's going to be month 7, month 9, and month 8. Month 7, oof, I remember that one. It is basically following Mud and Marble, and this is their flashback chapter. This is where we jump back and figure out why they're hunting down Lime and why they're hunting down Pinkie Pie. Like, what happened on the farm. But at the same time, if I remember correctly, for month 9, it is also basically Limestone's point of view. Kinda. I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me check. No, that's Sky Stinger's chapter. Okay. So, yeah, months. Oh, blazes. Hold on. Damn page jumped on me. But yeah, month 9 is Sky Stinger. Sorry. Sky Stinger and Vapor Trail. Their chapters are month 9, and we're basically seeing what Sky Stinger's been doing while Vapor Trail's a house got attacked by the mysterious General Flood. I could have swore I moved that to a different spot, though. Hold on. Might have to look that over. I think month 9 and month 8 have been switched around. Anyway, month 8 is the one with... Month 8 is not in Limestone. What is this? I'm completely lost, ain't I? No, month 8 is... Oh, yeah, month 8 is with Blue Blood and the meeting of the elites. Yeah. We're still continuing that story. I do need to roughly clean that chapter up a bit. Otherwise, I think that's the main 3 chapters I'm doing for this month. And then we dip into the finales. Nice. Strange, I could have swore I haven't... Where's the Limestone chapter? Or did I even do it yet? Which one was the Limestone chapter? I'm trying to remember. I mean, I've got Limestone pretty much all finished while I was confused. Curious. I don't see any missing numbers. Ends of 27 like I originally counted, so my brain is hurting. Was it house crashing? No, according to this, Mud and Mod have already had their chapters, so that was month 10. Then what the hell am I... Okay, I'm confused. I need to go back and look this over with. Month 7 is covering Limestone. Month 7 is covering Marble and such. Then why the hell... Oh, shit, I see what I did wrong. I posted freaking... Okay. Now I saw what I misread. Month 10 dived into what the hell happened between... So you guys already know, and you're probably just laughing at me where it's like, yeah, you already know what happened with Mud and Marble. Like, what they saw in the farmhouse. Like, yeah, what happened last chapter? Freaking Mud and... Yeah. They found that, yeah, their mama's dead. Their mama is dead. It annoys me that I realize now how badly I mistimed the freaking SWWC storyline about Rainbow Dash, because there was this conversation I was having on Twitter on how people wanted to see my take on the Pie family tree. And I'm like, I would love to post it during July, and then it would work well how I'm doing this chapter in the same season. But also, when you guys get to the end of this season and the final battle they have, that Flash and Timber have for this season, you'll realize why I kind of need the Rainbow Dash backstory chapter to be this July. It's confusing and hilarious, but it'll make sense. Okay? Trust me, you guys will like it. Yeah, I've already said plenty on what I'm doing for those ones. What else is coming out this month? Let's see. No more Dragon May Cry for a while. As I said, we're on a break until late May. I am writing more chapters, but I'm doing it at a very, very slower pace. Okay, because I don't have I don't have to rush myself. I think I've got up to like chapter 4, maybe 5 written already. But I'm not posting anything until we're ready. Okay, I've got the full outlines for all the seasons done. I'm doing a lot better at outlining this thing a lot better. Okay, I know I kind of fell apart with the second half of Dragon May Cry's first story. The pacing went from like really slow to crashing through the front door to off a cliff really quickly near the end. And I know a certain someone kind of hated that final few chapters because I don't think he did. I don't want to say he did that, but it was rather strange that after he replied on every single fucking chapter that he was reading, like, "Oh, I've caught up. I've caught up." Like, I know you caught up. Can you tell me what you think of the story? No, 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 because then he's gonna say later, "I caught up. I caught up." Like, and that's all he's gonna say. Then near the end, he's all like, "I don't like how you did Smolder because it reminds me too much of how how Netflix handled Lady." I'm like, I already told you I'm doing an inspiration, not a bar for bar the same damn thing. And then he went silent, and then I randomly got a thumbs down. I'm not saying it was him. It could have been any random dumbass that showed up on the stories. Like, I hate this because it had evil Twilight. It's like, I think that's a lot of the haters did it first. They didn't like the idea of evil Twilight. I think the new story will handle better because if you guys didn't read you didn't read the epilogues, our evil princess character is going to be Trixie Lululemon. She's a villain again. Yay, I've been wanting to do her as a villain for the longest time in a lot of stories. But no, I saved it for this one because it just works. She's a fun character. She always has been. She's essentially going to be taking the role of Twilight Sparkle in the new story. And I'll be designing the cover soon, probably in May. There's a lot of things I've got planned for other months, just not this month. Just the return of Where is Everypony? More During the Heartstorming, more SWWC, and that's pretty much it. This video is longer than I wanted it to be. I just wanted this to be a really short one. Also a bit hyper, and I probably lost track of time when I was noticing that random mistake. I am just gonna stop now.